Hey everybody, got something fun planned today. I have in front of me 4 ice cream bean bananas, and I'm going to show you guys what I use to up pot this, what's been working for me, and hopefully something that can help you guys when you're planting bananas. So these are probably tissue cultures. I got these in the mail a few days ago. From the size you can tell. And they're in these tiny little pots. You can see my thumb, about the size of my thumb. What we're going to do is move them to these bigger 1-gallon containers and let them grow. But we're not just going to put them in anything. We're going to mix our own soil. So first off, we have peat moss. What this is going to do is hold water for us, and then we have all-purpose sand. I got this at Walmart for like $3 or something. The bigger the pieces, the better for drainage. That's all they had, so that's what I got, but it'll work fine. As you can see, it says soil amendment. Works for a lot of things. This will add tons of drainage. And then what we have here is organic compost. It's not that dense compost I usually get. This is pretty fluffy, and this is going to allow for drainage. I'll show you guys in a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1/3 peat moss, 1/3 sand, 1/3 compost, mix it up. And give me a second and I'll grab all of that. Alright, so I've measured. I just used this 1-gallon pot and I filled it up so I get equal parts. You got peat moss here, sand. You can see it's got some big and small particles, but it'll work perfect. And then we have our compost, and you can tell this is already kind of like soil. It's very loose. It's perfect. It won't clump together. It'll help water flow through, and it'll feed our banana trees. So now all we're gonna do, we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna put it in the pot. And the peat moss, since it is dry, you just have to be careful because there's a lot of dust and you don't want to breathe too much. So it would probably be good to water it a little bit, but let me mix this. So here we have our mix of 1/3 peat, 1/3 compost, and 1/3 sand, and you can see how loose it is. This is perfect because bananas don't like wet feet and they need tons of organic material to feed on. So this will work perfectly for us. And what I'm going to do here is take one of these guys out. Let's check the roots. You can see good root development, although it is in that tiny little pot. And we're going to give it some more room to grow. And if you can, without hurting, these are really tight, so I don't want to mess with it. I'll just let them kind of grow out, but let's get to it. I've been using this for a little while now, and my bananas seem to love it. So it should be good. We'll straighten it out in a little bit. And then when we water, this will settle a little bit. So it's what, July 3rd today, and it is hot. These have been sitting in my living room for a few days now, and they were in the mail for several days before that, so they haven't had any direct sunlight. So I'm not gonna just stick these in direct sunlight. These will be under my patio for a couple days. Then I'll move them under my patio to a place where they get a little bit of sunlight, and then eventually get them to full sun. So another trick to this is, once I plant these two bottom leaves, what I'm going to do is snip them off, and I should be able to do it with my finger. There we go. So what this is going to do is help provide nutrients to this upper growth. We don't really need the leaves down here. And this is a good trick. It works really well on my guavas too, where I keep removing the bottom leaves and the energy keeps going up. So this is what our banana plant is now. And then after maybe 6 weeks, let's go see. We're gonna have these guys right here. Nice, big, thick. You can see this guy will be this in a month and a half. So you can see, nice thick. Been removing the leaves. I need to I'll probably remove these 3 right here. Right, 1, 2, 3, and it's gonna push more energy. There's a new leaf coming out, so we should be getting a bigger and new leaf every week, pretty much. And I haven't really had to do much other than water these every day, because it is really hot, and because of the size of the leaves, there's a lot more evaporation of water, so you need to make sure this stays moist, and it is really well draining, so we don't have to worry about root rot. And that is it. I'm gonna go ahead, water these guys, and plant the rest. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.